What's good, party people? Back with another video. So, I really want to just get right on into it and just let y'all know, like, bro, it is so important that you stay away from just people who, like, are negative, bro. Like, people who are negative, bro, like, they will really drain you and turn you to a different person. Like, genuinely, they will turn you to a whole different person if you're not careful with it. Like, I remember sometimes where I was literally in pain, physical pain, like a headache. Like, I still kind of have a headache now, like, still just fighting it off, But, like, the more I do things that I'm passionate about, more I do things that I care about, like, it goes away. But, like, check it out. If you stay around people who are just extremely negative and they don't align with what you're trying to get done, then ah, it could just leave you very like it could just leave you very like it just taken out. It'll take you out. It will really take you the fuck out, bro. It will take you out. Like, so that's why you gotta, like, and I'm not saying that you gotta run away from like things a lot, because I remember this one person's comment. They said, well, you can't really like run away from everything in your life or blah blah blah, or like, you know what I mean. And I rarely make comments back on shit like that whenever I see shit like that. But I mean, you're kind of right in some ways, but then in other ways, like, just dealing with shit that you know is not good for you is kind of poisonous to yourself. If you know it's not good for you and you know that it like takes you out, and you know that it's like, oh, you know that it's like really, it really like messes with your brain, it messes with your body, it affects you physically, it affects you mentally, it affects you spiritually, it affects you, affects your mind state. It just changes everything about you whenever that happens. Like, you gotta get away from that, or else you're just being poisonous to yourself for no reason. For no reason. And I don't really see the point in that. Why would you be more poisonous to yourself than the things out there? Because honestly, that's kind of what you're doing. You're being more poisonous to yourself than the actual situation if you allow yourself to go through it over and over and over again. Just like you're slowly killing yourself, and like, I don't want that for anybody at all. That's just straight up terrible. Like, of course you can use like pain and turn it into purpose, pain and turn it into passion, but like, if you're just literally like, some situations you can't do that, bro. Some situations you just gotta step away from. Sometimes you just gotta like stand up and just be like, you just gotta stand up and just kind of like make sure, you just gotta stand up and just get away from it, bro. See how different things are whenever you just go out and go for a walk in nature. Like, it's very different, bro. It's very different. It's so different when you just go out, get away from all the things that have been stressing you out for a long time. And a lot of people, they don't have that option. They don't have that, you know? So that's why I encourage you to find that thing that makes you kind of like step away from things whenever shit gets too real for you. Because it's necessary. Even for like, if you're a fully grown adult, you still need that. You still need that. That's why I talk about like expressing yourself. That's why I talk about saving your time from being wasted. That's why I talk about like just turning your lifestyle into something that can, be a profit to you, that can get you paid, and that can, you know what I mean? Because self fulfillment is so important to me, and I know it's important for you guys too. So that's why I'm like, that's why I do these videos. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm gonna do whenever I start these videos, and that may change. I may start, scripting my videos, but I just like to be real authentic with you guys, and I feel like that's the best way for me to do that is to just, freestyle it a little bit and just tell y'all straight from the heart how I feel and what I feel like you guys need at the time. That's just how it is, man. Of course, we're gonna need to improve over time, but I'm just thinking, man, I don't see the point in entertaining like negative people. Like, bro, I'm serious when I say like it can really get to your body, and I've had like physical pains, like to the point where I think I need to like establish something with myself and just kind of like even take some risk. You know what I mean? I can't leak too much, but like at the end of the day, like I think it's important. Like you only live once, as far as I know, you know? And if you're blessed enough to have a lot of different, like, if you're blessed enough to just have a lot of different, like, things that people would call blessings, use them to your advantage, bro. Use it to your advantage. Because sometimes, and most times, a lot of people would love to be in your shoes. And the best thing that you can do is just make the most out of it. Don't waste it. Don't waste another day. Don't waste another, like, just don't waste it. Do not waste it at all. Like, make the most out of your life and continue what makes you happy. Don't quit. Even if you get frustrated at, things not coming out the way that you want it to, do not quit. Don't ever quit. That's one thing that I think is super important. Because I found myself doing that in the past, and like, I feel like if I would have just stayed with a lot of things, like, regardless of what other people thought, I could see myself like on the other side of success already. And I'm really successful in a lot of different ways. It's just like, I feel like I would see myself in a more happier space that I think I would be now. And sometimes you gotta like forgive yourself too, man. Because think about it. If I get caught up in like, man, if I just should have did this, if I just should have did that, then you're taking away the joy from the right here, right now. Like, sure, you may have could have wanted to do things a little bit better, right? But that's taking away all the energy that you could be using to put in to what I'm doing right now with these videos. I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing if I'm just like in the past, like, man, I wish I could have did this better. I could have did that better. Like, I'm not being present then. I'm not like, I'm not learning. I'm not learning from the mistake then. Because, like, if I was really truly being in my, being present, then I wouldn't be thinking that way. Just a fruit for thought, man. Just a fruit for thought. Because a lot of times you could really torture yourself. I'm not saying that you guys should. But like, you really could torture yourself just simply by going in the past and wishing what you did better. When you could take that exact focus that you're focusing on and put it into the right here, right now, because that's all that really exists. Even tomorrow doesn't exist yet. Hasn't even come to fruition. So that's why I think it's the best for you to just like do the best you can right now. Do the best you can with what you have and do your best to be around people that inspire you and that have those common goals, have those common things around you, because it's torture to be around people who you don't get along with, or just people who just see life differently. They see life as just like, if you're an entrepreneur at spirit, at heart, and you want to make a business work, it's going to be hard to pursue being an entrepreneur and making a business work around people who are just straight 9 to 5ers at heart. That's just who they are. They don't want to think anymore. They don't want to figure it out. They don't want to understand how they could live their best life by themselves. A lot of people don't, and you have to like accept that, but it doesn't mean that you have to be like that. Does that make sense, y'all? That's why I like to just take the time to just spread peace. Spread peace and give knowledge and value where I can, so that people can look back on this and they'll be like, wow, I really learned from that. I really needed that. I really that was necessary for me. Because I know sometimes I'll feel alone and I'll feel like I need somebody who can understand where I'm coming from, or else I will just kind of like feel left in the dust. And just know that it's never really like that. You just got to find your tribe. You just got to find your people. You just got to keep going. You got to continue you got to continue being motivated. Continue motivating yourself even when you feel like there is nothing left. You have to just continue showing up for yourself. Continue being there for yourself before anybody is showing up for you. You got to believe in yourself, because God helps the person who's out there pushing their car whenever their car breaks down, not the person who's just sitting there waiting for AA to come and pick them up, or whoever else to come pick them up. Because, like, if you're really trying, genuinely trying, and you stick with it, something has got to happen eventually. Something has got to happen eventually. And I know not everybody's perfect, and I know not everybody has the capabilities to like make it. But I feel like if you really care about it, you really care about something, you might as well die trying. Excuse me. You might as well die trying, because you just quitting, you'll never know what you could have been. You'll never know how far you could have taken it. You'll never know where you could have ended up. So that's why I like to shine my light of inspiration, of motivation, of fulfillment, ideation, just to, spark those little bits of just faith and hope within you guys. Because I genuinely think that if you don't know where you're going, it's going to be a lot harder to get there. So even if it seems like a far out there kind of goal, don't give up on trying to pursue it. Even if it seems like it's just far and out there, whatever the goal and the vision is, don't stop trying to pursue it, because anything is possible. As long as it's physically possible, then it's physically possible. Even if it takes a long time to come to fruition, or even if it takes a lot of hard work for it to come to actualization here in the real world, it's worth it. It's worth it. Even if it's just shedding 10 pounds, even if it's just being more healthy, even if it's just feeling better about yourself. Like, it all adds up at the end of the day. Because if you do the work on yourself, you will have that much more light to shed on the next person. Some people don't have any more light left. They don't even care about the light to shed on other people. So that's why they end up, you know, grumpy, you know, I don't know, grumpy old people. Because, you know, old is kind of a mindset. It's like a mindset of, to me, it's a mindset. It's like whenever you are giving up on yourself and you're just like, well, that's just it. That's just kind of all I have. And I'm just giving up. That's kind of like that mindset of old. Old is different for me now. It really is. And I feel like I never will be that because I'll never give up. I will continue to bring out what I have to share with you guys. I will consistently bring out what I have left to you guys. Genuinely. And it matters a lot to me where you guys end up and the last little bits of positivity that I have. That's why I care so much, and you can feel the genuineness in my voice, in my mannerisms, and in the way that I talk and express myself. And that's why I give you guys the advice that I give you, to find a place where you can actually sometimes be isolated if that need be, or be around other people where you actually care about. Be around other people that you actually care about. Be around other people who look at life through the same lens as you, with the entrepreneurial sense, with the idea that they can make life work for them instead of just working to stay alive. Those are the people that I want to be around. Those are the people that I want in my circle, that I want to communicate with on a day-to-day basis. Those are the people that I care about. And it's not to me saying that I don't care about the 9-to-5 people. That's just not what's for me. Do I have a 9-to-5? Yes, I do, but I know that's not my future. So there's a big difference. I know that that's not where I'm going to end up at. That's not the end of the road. So, for the people who really do have faith in themselves and they want something bigger and they're building it every single day, those are the people that I want around, because you get inspired by the people that you keep around. And if all the people around you are just sitting around and doing things that you don't really care about, entertaining gossip, and just letting another day go by, just kind of existing, just kind of being there, you don't need to be around those people. So yeah, like, you can call it running away from problems all you want, but at the end of the day, it's deeper than that. It's being around people who help you be your best self. Because think about it, when it comes to crops, and not all crops, let's say apples can't be grown everywhere. They can't be grown in Antarctica. They can't be grown in Alaska. Why? Because the climate isn't right. The area, the environment that's built by the weather and the things around it, they won't last. So if you actually want some fruits to bear in your life, in your lifetime, you have to go around and get around the right climate, the right environment, the right people, the right soil. And sometimes you need somebody else to help you. Go get around the people who are willing to help you and not just looking to take your money. Because people will change up. They will say that they're willing to help you. They will promise you. They will guarantee you. When a lot of times that's not the reality. And that's maybe that's unfortunate. But I'd rather me be the one to tell you that from my experience, then you have to figure it out on your own and you feel more helpless. Make sure that you feel good about the people that you decided to do work with, do business with. Because you'll get that feeling. You'll get that intuition deep down and you'll be like, oh man, I like what they're saying, but I don't really trust anything that they have set out for me or what they're saying they have set out for me. And sometimes it's a hard thing to take into realization that not everybody wants what you want, but it's okay. Just take that and run with it. Just take that and go find the people who really do have what you want, that really have the lifestyle you want. If you're taking advice from people that you can't learn from, and if you're taking advice from people whose lifestyle you don't want to be like, you're setting yourself up to go backwards. And I don't want that for any of y'all. So sometimes I feel like it's necessary to get out of your comfort zone. Because if you live in the hood and all the people here just have a hood mindset, all they know is hustling, but you want a different mindset and you want a different lifestyle than that, then you might have to go outside of what you're used to. Y'all may think I'm just rambling, but that's just what I'm that's just the truth. Y'all may think I'm rambling, but like just look at anybody who's actually attained anything they got with other people. Most of the time they didn't do it on their own. They didn't do it on their own. They had a small team of people who saw the vision, believed in them. But you got to have a set goal and be willing to go after it every single day. Exactly, right? But I don't want to yap too much, but that's exactly why I started digital marketing. I seen the idea of passive income that I could make in my sleep, that I can make while I'm doing other things like spending time with my family, spending time with people who I actually care about. I seen it as an opportunity. So that's why I started to look into it. And it seemed like something that anybody could do because I saw other people who just, no offense, they just didn't seem as bright as me. And I thought, well, if that's true, then why can't I do it? So that's why I've been thinking that I need to start, networking, getting with other people who look at things the same way as me. And I feel like you guys should too. But I don't want to talk your ear off too much. If y'all have any questions, go ahead and hit me up at Tulsa Digital 44 on Instagram. And I'm replying back to everybody. I'm replying to everybody because you never know when somebody might need that guidance, that help, that helping hand. And I'm willing to give that to y'all when I'm at the position right now that I'm at. So, until next time, if that changes, we'll let you know. When that changes, I'll let you know. Because I can't always do that. But right now, I want to help some people. I want to help some people change their lives. I want to help some people change their predicament and get a better life for themselves. Because that's where I started at. And it's really my duty, my calling to help other people do the same. But I don't want to yap too much. I think I really got my point across. You got to be around the right people to really see your seed grow. And that's just real talk. That's just real talk. But I love you guys. Until next time, peace.